I absolutely forgot where I was going with this character. I mean, I got my little concept thing here, right? So it shouldn't be too hard to feel it again. But yeah, yep. Suprema Art. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Nice to see new people. Yeah. I guess I guess let's get going. Oh yeah, I did merge all of that into one character, eh? No, no, no. Okay. Um. Last time I did focus a little bit on the head in this portion here, and I'm thinking that probably I should start to put some attention on the other parts here. Just like continue to give like the general shape of everything. Mm. So a tip for the proportions and that sort of stuff. Usually, I sometimes I mean I hide the arms just to really get like a sense of how the proportions feel without like all the limbs. So if I can actually like say, okay, well, I really like this ratio of like tibia, thigh, and the rest of the body. Uh, then I can add the arms, and if it doesn't fit, sometimes it's a hint that it's like, okay, well, maybe it's the arms that are like not good. Whereas like you can do also the opposite, where well, you can view it like this, and then it's kind of like hiding with your hand part of the character just to feel the general proportions. And yeah, also working on layers just to see before and after the change if we're good with it. Something else I use. So I'm watching Mantis play this from your YouTube and following with a character. I have just finished 11 video of that playlist. I just saw your live stream notification from Twitch and just hopped in. How cool is that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, Spurby Art, you're cool. Thank you. You have a beautiful name. You mean the name, like my name, Marco, or Chaos Masons? You mean the name of the stream? Hey, hey, Rorart, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? I have the same PC setup. What number of vertices makes your project freeze when orbiting around, for example? Freeze? well, to make it freeze, like not lag, but freeze, it has to be like something like, I don't know, like 300 million. Yeah, I had some pretty relaxing holidays. I didn't do much 3D, so I'm pretty happy to be back at it. Yeah, yeah. It was good. I hope it was good for you as well. Makes it work slower. Uh, it's really hard to say. Really hard to say. I'd say probably I don't know. I don't really like pay attention to the numbers. I just apply changes, hide subtools when it lags. I never really check the number, to be honest. So yeah, there's like I drew like a couple of plates and I drew my intention of like what I want, but right now what I'm doing is I'm still giving myself the right to focus on the silhouette. And even if it's like not really following this concept here, it's not a big deal. Like I said in the first video, it's like this concept here is just me showing you what I was kind of like seeing in my head, right? This is not something I'm going to try to follow like 100%. Like if it was not for this stream, I would have started this character in ZBrush already with this kind of like image that I see in my head. The image, it was not that clear. There's a lot of like definition that I would have found in 3D. But like I said, I'm not following like this reference 100% at all. I'm just trying to get like a vibe from this picture. 300 million, like I said, is like, that's like ZBrush crashing. Like ZBrush, like I'm loading the file or like joining two files for 300 million and it doesn't want to almost, or it doesn't want to like display it. I can load it, but the moment I like display the mesh, it doesn't work. Also, I just want to remind you, I'm doing, it's the first time I do like design while I stream, and sometimes I might get really silent or ignore questions for a little while because I need to focus. It's not natural for me to talk and to be in front of people while I design. So, for example, when I see like huge text, I'm like, oh boy, it's fine. Just keep it coming. Just I'm just justifying why it might take a bit of time for me to come around. That's all. X9, hello. Hey, hey, hey. What's up? So just still refining just like the general silhouette. I'm gonna be adding these like armors really soon because they're really part of the design. But I just wanted to have like a foundation that I'm really happy with. Still not exactly there. Oh, just give me a sec. Saving Z tool or project? I'd say I prefer saving Z tools all the time. Easier to manage, I find. And I save projects sometimes when I do like rendering and I don't want to lose like my lighting and that sort of stuff. I'd say that's, yeah. So I'd say like in general, like I think I got the main shapes, the main silhouette, I mean. So I'll start to add some of the like the design elements, like the knees. It's already it's already not aligned. Bye. Undo. Okay, so you know something I'm gonna do now, which sometimes I reserve for later, but I'm going to do it now, is to place a kind of like a guide for the legs. And this is going to be the direction of the knee and the leg in general. So stuff has to be aligned a little bit. I mean, with organic characters, it's not that important. When you start to get into like hard surface characters, it becomes pretty important. With mechanical characters, you're gonna want to kind of like have your foot and your knee mostly aligned and stuff. Preferably also maybe the thigh if you can. So this is just like me trying to get like a little bit of that. Okay, so this is the guide. Now I'll actually put that on a layer, its own layer. Realizing I don't like the shape of the feet. I'm gonna have to address that. Yeah, that's cool. I've used backface to make an object thicker by moving the outer shape around. I don't have much resolution here to do a lot around the foot. I might need a Dynamesh, but anyway, I'm not interested to get to that degree just yet. Sorry about that. Do you keep every character file in your computer locally? Yes, I'd say I do backups, of course. Do you save your project file with undo history? Only when I want to do like a time lapse, and files get like extremely heavy, like pretty fast. So it's not something I do most of the time though. All right. So let's try to align the knee a little bit more to that line when sculpting. Like I could be really surgical about it and actually bring like a joint here already and whatnot. It's just I don't know if I might just like okay, first of all, that would be to make sure everything is like clean and precise. The reality is that I'm concepting right now, right? I don't even know if that's really what I'm going for, or at least I want to give me the chance to like doubt myself. And the more I use like clean techniques and that sort of stuff to get to this, um, the more I'm going to be hesitant to change anything, right? Get what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like, I'm actually using my square to know if I'm kind of like flush with the body. I'm going to use, I'm going to just like draw some like really rough like shapes to guide me around. All right, so. So that's about the shape of the knee. Now I can just like add the armor and see if it actually works with my proportions. I have the feeling that the knees are not forward enough at the moment. It's just I don't have much like reference for that, so I'm gonna have to test. How do you manage your storage if you save every project locally? Like if you have 20Z tool for every character with 10 gigs. Well, no, I purge what I don't need. Like after a while, I start like deleting my stuff. Like, see this the spider robot I'm working on the other stream. I just saved recently. I just deleted the last two files, except everything except the last two files. And when when I was done with the design and the first file also, just because sometimes I want to start from like a similar like base mesh. So I'm just like, oh well, it's just an habit I got of keeping the first file. So I keep the first file, I keep when the blocking is over, and then like I just keep like 2 iterations of the polish. And 2 iteration is really just in case like one file gets corrupted. I'm glad you're starting this project from the beginning. I tried one 6 months ago hard surface and I didn't work. And I can see why. Thanks. Cool. Awesome. I'm super happy that I'm able to answer questions. Like I'm gonna reduce the head again. Just by a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm really just looking at the silhouette right now and just moving the all right, let's go for the armor now. I'm gonna save. So am I gonna start with the legs or the arms? No, I kind of want to start with the legs actually. So it's not like a fully symmetrical um a fully symmetrical piece, but it kind of is. So like I'm kind of like thinking of using dynamic symmetry actually. It's not fully symmetrical. There's some parts that like will flare out and that sort of stuff, right? But hmm. Should I? Should I? Should I? Should I? Hmm. Let's try. I'm actually going to use the guide that I placed. So the point of dynamic symmetry is to never lose the gizmo when sculpting. All right, let's try that. So we're gonna activate symmetry, then dynamics, then local symmetry in dynamic mode, and now this will be. We're gonna absolutely need Dynamesh for this also. So let's go 500. Yeah, okay, yeah, seems good, I guess. Yeah, and even mirror and weld to make sure like all the pixels are fine. Now remember, we can't use clip curve and that sort of stuff. Can we? No, we can't. Also, I don't know if I have the most updated ZBrush. I think I do. Also, I'm going to do a little something here. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to take the knee part here. Oops, it's not in symmetry. I need to revert back to normal symmetry. I forgot to do that. All right. I'm going to take these knees. I just saved a Stormorph target. We're going to get rid of the knees on this file, this subtool. And yeah, I'm going to merge them to this file here. Actually, I'm going to get rid of one of them. Merge them here. Go back in symmetry again and mirror and weld. There we go. So now our knee is like perfectly symmetrical. And now we can also kind of like align it better. Maybe that like we don't need our knee to be straight with the piece that's like under, okay? And what I mean by that is that it can be offset on the side and that sort of stuff. Right now, my design does not really like allow for that. But we're close to. Just changing the color so I can understand better what I'm working on. Since I have two meshes that I don't want them to connect, I just activated the group mode with dynamic subdivision. Dynamesh. Wow. Yeah, my brain doesn't work well with Words when I do art. Even if words can be art, mine are not. Okay, so kind of like created a shape here. It's not exactly the same as the design, but I guess close enough to just see how we can play with the shape now. That was me just giving it some kind of like shell quality, some negative space inside, basically. Okay, now back to giving it the. So I really want those thigh pads to feel like they're a shield, basically, like really forward, like bulky, influencing the silhouette a lot. And this is where I said earlier, I think the knees are not going to follow correctly with that, because and this is why I'm playing with the shape like right now, this way. And this is also where I start to really having fun with the shapes, because they're going to be very important for the rest of the just want to display a little bit of the shapes of the trilobite. Dam standard with alt, pretty good to kind of like insist on what's going to be an edge and not. Also, to be honest, there's a lot of what I drew here. Like I said, I don't do 2D drawing really. So there's a lot of stuff that's like, like the hierarchy of like shapes, what's like on top of like the other shape and how it influences the shape in general is not something that I'm super good at drawing. So I kind of like need to see it in 3D. And I think that's really one of the big advantages of working straight in 3D. There are advantages in both approaches, right? So you have to recognize like what's good about what. But yeah, to really like get to have like those like shapes to make sense together. That's where like 3D is 3D shining. Also, just a reminder from the concept of last, well, what I explained while I was doing the concept last week. Last week, well, yeah, last week that I was online. On the tibia, it's important that it starts to get like a repetition closer to this part of the trilobite compared to like the top part of well, actually just the thigh, which are those like bigger plates. That's the idea. So right now, just like having those lines like that is a bit boring, especially the silhouette of the plate here. But this is kind of like more like a guide or something to try to influence the rest of the design. Because I do want this. I know I do want the repetition. Since I've worked on a repetition down here, I think I'll work on the one up here too. So the silhouette of like from here starting to get some shape. That's good. I'm just thinking that it should have also maybe some silhouette on the front side. So yeah, I'll check the chat real quick. I'll get back to this. How do you optimize your project file? My project is much bigger and heavier. It takes literally 10 minutes to save. Sometimes crashes because it, well, how many million polygons do you have in your files? Because me, at some point, like I'll split it in a couple of subtools. But I usually like can reach like a good to like 1 to 200 million polys before like Zbrush doesn't want to save the files anymore. And me, it's more like I have a bug where like sometimes like the file just like gets corrupted, and the heavier the file gets, the more it gets corrupted easily. And it's often like meshes that have subdivisions that like it just explodes. It explodes the mesh and then it saves the file. So like the file is like corrupted and you have to go get rid of the subtool that exploded. And anyways. I think it's 10 a.m. in Quebec. My time is 9 p.m. So Talking from the future. Cool. How was the future? I tried to learn to draw, but it feels like my brain refuses to see 3D shapes from 2D medium. Yeah, it's just you need to unlock that thing and it's practice. So when you start into the final stages of this model, do you anticipate breaking each of these shell into separate subtools? Just trying to get... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you can check my other videos on YouTube. If you go at the bottom of the screen, there's a link. You can either choose the links from Chaos Mason, my company, or my own personal links. A lot of them are shared. You can go on the YouTube page and see like our other like playlist and whatnot. There's a bunch of characters that I did the polish for, and you'll see how that's pretty much like the technique that I use. Yeah. So yeah, once again, now I'm going to work on the shape that is seen like from the front. That's the thing that's going to be bothersome. Every time I want to change from one from the base to the armor, since when I'm working in dynamics of the symmetry and the other one I'm not, each time I change from one to the other, I have to remember to activate or deactivate the mesh, the symmetry, dynamic symmetry. See, I forgot to activate dynamic symmetry again. And now I'm just trying stuff. Actually, not a super fan of what I just did. Like this is a prime example where I'm absolutely going to change the aspects of the design of well the 2D drawing basically in favor for something that I appreciate in 3D. I'm starting to like much more what's coming out of this direction. Sometimes I just look elsewhere and come back to what I'm working to just like refresh the my perception, smooth the edges. So when you start into the final stage of the model, it's a bit, oh yeah, I answered this one. What shortcut do you use for the custom menus? It's just like SDX, whatever. I assigned it to I created some menu here and I assigned the shortcut using Control Alt and clicking on the button here, then choosing whatever I wanted. I've changed a lot of the shortcuts from ZBrush to accommodate my my needs. think I can commit to that. So far, everything I'm okay. Let's see if we can't play with the shape in this profile now. Oh, 3D. Thank you, 3D Pixel. Thanks for the comment. Much appreciated. So far, there's too much like change of shape and stuff in this area here, but it's what works the best for my taste for like the silhouette versus the yeah, the silhouette and the rest. So I think we're gonna keep it like that. Yeah, all right, let's just move on. Okay, sorry, I was in my head for a little bit right there, trying to make some hard decisions. So I'm pretty much the same now with the leg, the TBI, I mean. But first the line was going from here to here, right, like outside of the silhouette, like in a straight line. And just breaking that line into another angle before it comes out of the silhouette already like helps a lot. And I can take this line to influence also the line that's right here. And this line that goes at 90° with this line here is not really interesting, so I'm gonna do what I call an offset. I'm just gonna break it like this. So this is like an example of like playing with the shapes and offsetting. It's kind of like a term that I think I coined. I'm not sure where I got it. I mean, I coined for myself. I'm going to start to presume that I invent words and stuff and techniques and whatever. But there we go. I'm back to the line. So now what I'm going to try to do is, you see, all these sections, they're all like on the same plane, which is just like a straight plane, well, with a slight curve. And I'm going to see if there's a way I can maybe like add a like a just a change of lane. Like for example, like I don't know if it's gonna be good, but like if I do um like this, like now it's like two planes, right? Well, three technically, yeah, sorry. And see that that's already like more interesting, right? It's not as flat. So I'm gonna try to like I kind of like I did it here, like with this one and this one here. Did it here a little bit too. Yeah, well, I really don't like what I'm doing right now. No, 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 no. Anyways, I'm getting pretty tired to look at this piece here. Yeah. So, just for fun, I'm going to duplicate it and put it on the other side. The essence of it is it's getting there. I think there's like some changes I would need to do though, but the essence of it is here. I think yeah, I think that'll be it for this stream. Yeah, all right. Let's check the chat real quick. Um, Hello, Marco. I have a question other than 3D modeling. Given what's going in the industry at the moment and how difficult it is for a 3D artist to find work, what advice would you give these people based on your experience? Well, I have no experience based with like what's happening in the industry right now. I mean, it's pretty. It's a it's the first time I see it the way that it is, so it's kind of hard for me to give advice. And you know, at the beginning of like everything, I was like, oh well, like I have a few opinions and that sort of stuff. And the more than things move, the more I'm like not sure exactly like what's how things are going to resolve and everything. So I don't really feel qualified to give advices. My gut feeling tells me that um, you need to keep your artistic senses sharp to be able to be ready for whatever's to come. That's pretty much one of the things that I know. No, and even though I mean one of the things that I feel, I would say. So that would be maybe an advice I could say. I'd say. Um, So a lot of 3D Pixel, a lot of it is just brute forcing it, right? I mean, in workflow wise, I don't know what you mean by brute force. Um, Hi, is it Dynamesh? Do you read Dynamesh? I have a problem with it eating details. Yeah, Dynamesh will eat details. It's normal. You shouldn't use Dynamesh if you're in your detailing phase in general. So I just saw that my total point is 790 million. Is it too much for ZBrush? That's catastrophic. Yes. This is insane. Yeah, boy. Do you suggest people to maybe you've just subdivided your mesh too much, eh? Sometimes it's not worth it to have like the perfect resolution. Well, it's like you need to know like at what size you're going to do your renders, or else you might actually just subdivide for nothing. I don't know if that's the thing. I'm just saying. Do you suggest people to learn 3D art in these present times? Like, if I want to learn 3D, do you suggest learning it, or do you suggest learning AI to get into the industry? I would suggest probably to do both, because like nobody knows like in what direction everything's gonna veer. So probably having a knowledge of both is what's going to make you the most flexible, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah, there you go. Yep, that's gonna be all for me. So thanks for coming here. Sorry for the long break, but you know, holidays, it is what it is, right? Um, I'm intending on becoming more back to being more like regular on Tuesdays. So so yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Thanks for everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. And I can confidently say that I will see you next week around the same time. So take care, everyone.